Welcome to the day 3. We're day 3. I'm like, oh my God, what day is it? Day 3 of the Money Magnet event. The Money Magnet event is a live Facebook event. It is going on for 7 days. This is day 3. And then day 3, we are highlighting the third chakra. It sits right in the middle of your belly. And, what's interesting about the third chakra is when it's all balanced, you're organized, you're happy and empowered, you're confident, take massive action because you know that you're doing the right things. And so that's really why I wanted to have our special guest today. Ask Amber Annette is a psychic medium. I know, it's so awesome.
It's so cool.
And
Coolest job ever.
She focuses a lot on businesses. She works on with all kinds of people, but she really, really loves this area of marketing. So Amber, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, so I am a life and business psychic medium. So I help entrepreneurs that are spiritually, that are holistic driven, really come up with creative ways to take their business to spirit soaring heights. So if you're looking for something other than traditional business coaching, something other than traditional life coaching, I take all components of spirituality, really tune into kind of those soul purpose pieces, put them all together to give you just an awesome blueprint for your business. It's freaking amazing. I love it, love it, love it. One of my specialties tends to be working with my clients around money blocks that they have. I mean, and not even just my client, I mean, just in general, like so many individuals get stuck in money as humans. Don't you agree, Jean? I mean, that's just something that we all
absolutely.
We all seem like we want more of it or just not enough of flowing or how do I earn more? So Totally. So when Jean asked me to partner up with her for this event, it just seemed like a really fun little day, fun little blab to talk all things being money, all things coming from a psychic medium. So money and a medium.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. That's so much. And Angela asked how we find Amber. Amber's at Ask Amber Annette. Mm-hmm. At Ask Amber Annette. So that's where you can find it. I typed it in there also in the feed, so you should be able to find her there. So you can go ahead and follow all of her cool stuff too.
Perfect. Thanks, Angela, for asking.
And
so
go ahead.
No,
yeah, I know. We already have a question. I know the questions pop up really fast. And so Lisa's asking, I think the beginning of that was how will I? Oh, she just wants to know, will I make enough money by the end of December to quit my job? Oh, so this is a good thing. I know exactly. Just get it right in the heart.
That's a tough question. So I have to go. So, a lot of times people ask me like, where does my information come from? How do I know? How do I give people the answers? And I always want to give answers that are inspiring, that are motivating, that are truly going to set your business up for the highest potential. So the last thing that I ever would say to somebody, because I can feel that energy around that, Lisa, for you, is that you really want to be done with your job. You want to be like running your life, running your business totally on your terms. So I definitely pick up the energy around it. I don't know that December is the right time for that to happen yet. I feel like Q1 of 2016, to be very honest, I'm really feeling like March is better timing for you. March feels better timing. I gotta go with what Spirit shows me, and I see the calendar flip into the month of March. It is of 2016 though, so that's good. Don't think it's 2017. But I feel like there's some things. There's just a couple more things that need to be put in place, whether it be some things with bank accounts, that kinds of things, transitioning out. I feel like there's somebody that still really needs you in place for them, at least until March. I don't know if that makes any sense for you, but December is not the best time for you to quit. It's just not. I got to be honest. March is best for you. So hopefully that, like I said, I can feel like you really want to be done in December.
Lisa says that's cool too. Like, I think she's just happy that you got an answer. Yes.
And here's the thing. Holy cow. How fast does time go by, right? I mean, when you think about like, it's already December 3rd? I mean, it's already December 3rd. Like, how fast did 2015 fly by for you, right, Lisa? So just remember that the next few months, as you're transitioning out of that, that's going to go by too. What can you do every day to hold space, to hold energy of visualizing, like waking up, doing your laughter yoga, drinking your coffee, and like totally working that whole day being an entrepreneur for your soul self. Like, hold space for that, visualize that. It's going to make it happen that much quicker, faster. So hope that helps.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amber. And Lisa saying, yep, it makes a ton of sense. And I love you both. Thanks.
Oh, we
thank
love you
you.
too,
We love
Lisa.
you.
We should do this like every week.
I know. I think we should. This is pretty awesome. So there's another question from Angela, but before we move into that, I would like to address that a little bit more. You started to talk about like, where does this guidance come from and how did that start? And tell us a little bit about, how you get that information, where it comes from, and how you got going in being a psychic medium.
So, when I'll give kind of the quick and dirty version of it. When I was little, I absolutely had spiritual energy all around me, guides, angels, whatever kind of label works for you. And I was really, really scared of it. So I actually went away for a really long time, where I was still always scared of that kind of stuff. But when I had my little boy in December of 2013, this gift just came on loud and clear, very strong. It just became a calling that I knew I had to do something with it. So I really just started practicing. I started doing readings for free for people just to understand my gift, understand what I was doing. And one reading led to another. And now this is all I do full time. So this isn't like a hobby job for me. This is what I do full time. I'm a full-time psychic medium. And, in January, I'm actually going to hit my 1,000th reading. So
awesome.
I know.
That's pretty
Isn't
cool.
that amazing? Yeah.
Okay, so we're in my studio today, and actually Amber has her office right down the hall, which is pretty cool. We get to see each other. It's pretty cool. But the sun is streaming, and we're going to move forward because we got to get back in the shade. Everyone move forward, move forward. It's hot. There we go. It feels much better. I was like sweating over here.
All right. So
cool.
what are some we got others joining?
Who do we have? Oh, I saw a couple of other people.
Thanks for the new
Lisa
people
joined
joining.
on. Jill joined. Thanks. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm here with Amber Annette. She's a psychic medium who specializes in lots of things, life and business questions and that kind of thing. When I first started launching my business last spring, it was last spring, we walked through some really cool areas. And, part of what Amber does for you is sometimes those things, like you heard it in your own soul. You're like, oh, I should do this, or should I go forward with this, or I should make things happen, or things like that. And you don't, because you doubt it. You actually don't think that that's really true. You start to think to yourself, well, I probably just made that up in my head.
Yeah. And that tends to tell me that's your ego speaking.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
for sure. When you hear the word ego, I don't mean egocentric. I mean like the ego inside of us that tries to keep us safe, tries to keep us kind of in our comfort zone where nothing bad is going to happen, where nothing good is super good going to happen, because there's a chance that that's something you could get shut down from. So whenever those questions, gosh, should I really do this, or this could happen, or the bad stuff, that's not your intuition. That's your ego. Your intuition tends to be that really soft little voice that just says, man, this feels good. This could be big. Your intuition will never be the one that turns you off of something. I really, really believe that. That'll be your ego. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And Jill is saying that she can't hear the conversation. Thanks, Angela, for seeing if she needs to refresh her screen. There's also a little sound thing on the screen. Make sure that that's not muted. I know it's not muted for us, but make sure that you have your sound turned on, and then check the sound on your computer as well, and see if you can hear our words. We want you to hear us. That would be fabulous. Okay, so Angela has a question too. And Angela is asking, will January's opportunity be a great jump off point?
So I really tune into 2016 being just a really strong year for you in general. January, January is a springboard. I think that's interesting. You're using the word jump off point, and I'm seeing it like a springboard, like a launch pad. So what I really want you to do is start visualizing exactly what results you want to come from this event that is launching in January. So are you giving the universe enough time and enough space to start rearranging everything for you? So let's say the opportunity is to be a guest speaker. Let's just, for the sake of comfort, I don't know what kind of, actually, why don't you tell me what kind of, I was getting like something with speaker.
Oh.
Anything with are you doing a speaking engagement, anything like that? I definitely get a sense of intuitiveness about you, all things spirituality. Oh, no,
where did I go? No, there we are. I thought I lost ourselves. I was going off on you, Angela. I was going to find you soon. So, Angela,
magazine and speaking.
Magazine and speaking. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so magazine and speaking. So yeah, it feels like it's a really good opportunity. What I want you to start doing is really every single day, do not waver. Hold space with the universe. I call it like I have my coffee with the universe every single day. And I tell the universe what I want to show up in my life and in my business. And I give the universe enough time to start totally rearranging itself for me so that the outcome that I want is exactly what I want or better. Does that make sense? So hopefully that it feels very good. It feels like I said, it feels more like a launch pad. It feels like, so when you're saying jump off point, totally getting that.
Awesome. I'm just figuring out this. This shows on the video then what the question is that we're answering, and then I can just take it off. I know, it's very fancy. I like that. Thanks, Angela. And Angela says yes, and thank you. I'm so glad that you're being on here. So again, if you're just joining us, I'm Jean Berry. I'm with the Money Magnet event. If you haven't joined the Money Magnet event, it's a free event on Facebook. It's going for another 3 days. It's 7 days, and it's moneymagnetevent.com. And we could do that. We can link the site. Thanks, Angela.
Or you know what? Honestly, like my website is almost done, but it's under construction. But you can find me on Facebook too. Like I have a huge following on Facebook. So Amber Annette on Facebook. And then I have, make sure to sign up for Jean's Money Magnet. And we can maybe send a link here,
sure.
Post a link here with all of that information. So
Money Magnet event.
All right, so a couple things while Jean's typing some stuff out that I just want to touch on with money, because one of the most common things that I get from people are, I'm doing all this hard work and yet the money is just not showing up, or I don't have enough clients, or as fast as it comes in, it goes out. So I just want to give a couple tips on ways to bring in more money, keep some of that money, so I just want to share a couple of those tips. So the first thing that I see people make the most mistake with is they barter with the universe. And what I mean by bartering with the universe is you really want to have, let's say, a 5K month. You want to hit 5K in your business or in other forms of income, whatever. You want to have 5K. And then by the 10th of the month, it hasn't shown up. And so you're like, okay, I really don't need 5K. I would really I'll settle at this point for 3K. And so you start giving mixed messages to the universe around what it is you're trying to bring in. And so the universe responds with, well, I don't know what to give her. Should I give her 5K, 3K? Maybe we'll just sit and wait and not give her anything at all. So a great analogy that I like to use is thinking about going to the drive-thru, right? So like, I don't like McDonald's, but let's just use it for sake of conversation because everybody can relate to it. So you go to McDonald's and think of McDonald's as really like the universe. And you get up to this big, huge window or big menu screen, and you're saying, all right, I want a number one. I want a Diet Coke. I want some cookies. I want this. I want that. And you place your order with the universe. And what does the universe say? Come on up to the window. We're going to work on that order for you right now. So we drive up to the window, and the human part of us is like, where's my order? Like we start getting impatient right away. We have no idea that on the inside, the universe is creating this magnificent meal for us, right? Not only were we going to get it like supersized, we were going to get it half off. We were going to get supersized sprinkles on top, right?
And sparkles.
Yeah, it was going to be
and a tiara.
And instead, we're like, well, nobody is giving me my order, so I'm going to just drive around and get back in line again. And so really think about where you're at in your ordering process with the universe. Are you sitting at the window waiting? Are you still in front of the menu? Because I guarantee you, as soon as you place that order, the universe starts cooking it up for you. So does that help?
Yeah, that's awesome. That was really great. I love that.
So whenever you're stuck,
I'm going to clap for that. Clap, clap, clap. That's just me. Can I clap on ourselves? No, I can't clap for me.
Lisa liked it.
Clap for that. That was awesome. Oh, that's really cool. So one of the other things that you put down on our list that we were saying, what are we going to do is the idea of what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing? And that you address that a little bit in wavering. Is there kind of the number one thing, I mean, that you see people not like doing? Like, is there a doing along with that they're just not doing?
Yeah, and it's great that you're talking about like the chakra system, because that's a really good indicator of how you're feeling about money. So people tend to carry anxiousness, worry, fear around money more than anything else. Really, really, really carry it heavily in our body. Some people get that really icky feeling in their stomach when they're stressed out or worried about money. And some people get it in their chest. They feel it here. Sometimes people in their shoulders, not as much as they feel in their chest and their heart chakra and in their solar plexus. So here's a couple things that this is the magic pill. This is the shortcut straight to the money, like no holds barred. No, I'm just kidding. You really have to just tune in later. No, I'm kidding. No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you now. So here's the shortcut to it. What can you do right now to feel how you're going to feel when you have that money? And if you listen to Abraham Hicks or you listen to anything in that whole realm, it really is all about your vibration, what you're giving off. What you're feeling is what you're attracting. You know, I kind of disagree with some of the principles around like The Secret. If anybody ever watched The Secret, you know, they talk about like ask, believe, receive, or they talk about you bring about what you think about. And I disagree. I think you really bring about what you feel about. So get in the right heart set, get in the right mindset, get some money coming into your bank account. So when you think about what can you do to, I'll use the word soothe that feeling. You know, it's almost like you get anxious, you don't want to look at your bank account, you don't want to look at your statements, you're nervous to go to pay at the pump. Is your card going to get declined? What are some things that you can do to soothe that feeling? And usually it's tackling your money. Usually it's like really figuring out where's your money going, where is it coming from, being really honest, open, and having a good relationship with your money. Treat your money like you would your partner. You know, that's another great thing that I don't think enough people do is money is energy, just like everything else. So if you give it good energy, if you give it good attention, if you give it good love and good vibes, you're going to get more of that in return. And instead, we get so frustrated. We get so irritated. We get that it just kind of becomes that like we don't deal with it or we just ignore it. And then what happens? It starts falling apart. So
yeah. Indeed. And yeah, well, and again, so I just wanted to say, if you're here and you want to ask a question right now, in the chat bar, just put /Q and then ask your question. And it pops up right on our question board, and then we can answer your question. Mm-hmm. So definitely do that. Ask your questions to Amber today. And I know, Amber, that you're big in journaling. Like you write things down and then you imagine them. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So I created a few months ago, probably about 4 months ago now, a morning mindset routine for momentum building moments that has literally changed my life, changed my business. So what I did was I call it my coffee with the universe, where I sit down every morning with the universe and I read through all of these really beautiful positive affirmations, positive belief statements, all around the things that I want to show up in my life and in my business. And it's about a 30-minute process by the time I read through everything. And then I go, I've always meditated. I've always believed in mindset and affirmations. And it was really just combining them and staying super consistent with the process around it, you know? So now, and I really feel like I was talking a little bit about it earlier, is giving the universe enough time to rearrange itself to make those things happen. Right. Now, a lot of that's another common question that people have is, well, why? What's the timeline on this? Why does some things take longer than others? And I really don't think that there's a set formula that says, well, you want to manifest a MacBook Pro that takes 3 months. You want to manifest a new car that takes 2 years. You want to manifest $1 million. That's going to take the universe about 6 years. There's nothing like that that's already out there. Here's the component that I want you to tune into. You have to be in the right vibrational space to manifest that, to co-create that experience for you with the universe. So that is what I want. you to do is give the universe enough time and hold space with the universe every single day in that morning mindset routine where you say it, you see it, you feel it. And like I said, this is now my 3rd month I'm going on in a row that I am exceeding, not even just hitting, that I'm exceeding what I've been saying every single morning for the past 3 months. So
that's amazing.
yes. All right.
And,
so there's
okay. Well, Angela made a comment here that I think is really worth.
Is it tweetable?
Yeah, it's definitely tweetable. She says, I think the toughest tug of war I've seen are seers that have trouble charging their worth without feeling guilty or judged.
Great topic. Let me tell you, when it comes to running a spiritually holistic, purpose-driven business as a coach, as a service-based industry provider, when we're bringing, when we're bringing guidance, when we're bringing clarity, when we're bringing light to this world, how do you put a price tag on that? And, the biggest thing that I found is I have to feel good about my pricing. So the biggest mistake that people make is they look around them and they say, oh, this person's charging this or that person's charging that, when really they need to take a look and say, what's going to feel good to me about charging? So I know when it's time to raise my prices because I start not feeling good about selling my packages or my services at that price, and that'll be my indicator to shift my pricing. Too many people make the mistake of following the footsteps of others. You got to follow like that calling inside. What feels good, what turns you on, and what lights you up is going to should determine your pricing every time. And people question a lot. They're like, well, you're a psychic medium and you're getting all this information. Don't you think that you should just give that away for free? And I tell them, absolutely, my time is worth something. This is what my time is worth for me. You think about, in general, let's use the entertainment industry, right? I mean, how much freaking money did Taylor Swift make last year? Like,
I don't know. It was a lot.
It was like $160 million or something, right? Okay, now I'm not comparing myself to Taylor Swift. What I'm saying though is she brings a certain entertainment value. She, you know what I mean? Like she brings her gift. Talent, yeah. She brings, that is her voice, her message.
And being vulnerable and being open and authentic.
She gets paid for that.
Yeah.
I should get paid for bringing love and bringing light and bringing guidance and bringing clarity. And that's what I tell all my clients as well.
Cool. I agree.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Does that answer your question, Angela? I kind of got off on a little rampage there on pricing.
It was, she says great point. Yes, great point. So we're actually going to start wrapping up. You have one last quick question. We'll walk through that. But Amber's going to be on the Money Magnet site, the private Facebook site today. So if you're not on there right now, you should go and join because she's going to be there the rest of the day answering your questions. So I know. So you can go, there's a little spot on there that you can just go in and ask your question, and she's going to be popping on between her appointments today and answering those questions as well. So that's amazing.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So make sure if you have any other questions, come into the Facebook group, put it in the thread. I will totally tune in, and I don't know how many, depending on how many, I might actually give little mini video readings back to everybody in the group.
Ooh,
so
that is really awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I'm just thinking about what other money issues kind of show up. We've talked about charging what you're worth, and we've talked about bartering with the universe on, putting your order in and saying, how can we make that go? I think a lot of people struggle with, is my idea good enough to make money with? Like, is that good enough?
Yeah, totally. Let's talk about inspired ideas. So here's the thing. A lot of times when we want, let me back up. So you get this idea, right? Let's say you have an idea for, I don't know, I'll use the one that I had not too long ago on like this new Oracle card deck, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, it seemed like a really good idea. It just flowed, the ideas flowed, the content flowed. And then I got stuck. I got really stuck in getting technical with, I needed to find the right person to design the cover of it, and I didn't like the cover. And what I was really doing was kind of self-sabotaging myself. Now, when that idea came in, it came in like a big, I call them like my downloads, where like the universe gives me this inspired idea. And what I've really, really learned is that when we get those ideas, really start thinking of it as like a seed. You know what I mean? Like you got to plant it, you got to take care of it, you can nurture it, and you got to co-create that seed with the universe. Like, and again, are you giving everything enough time to rearrange itself? So I've been working on this project for almost a year. It's going to launch next year, and it's bigger, better, badder than I could have ever imagined. But it's because I took that inspired idea and I didn't just run with it, but I nurtured it, you know? And I think that this secret, again, kind of like shut that down for people. I feel like they said, you know, the universe likes speed. Like if anybody remembers that line from The Secret, the universe likes speed. Don't wait, don't hesitate, respond. I kind of disagree with that. I really do. Take that idea, let it hold space for it, visualize it, intend it, make it happen, but don't feel like it has to be immediately launched that day. When you get those ideas, they're coming in for a reason. They're an answer to something you've asked for. It's your money miracle, but you gotta, now the chore comes of launching it at the right time and doing it with the universe at the right time. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Very good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. And Angela also says there's also a fear of not being able to provide, especially when you have a child or children, that and she's wondering how you manage that in the beginning.
Oh, I get it, sister. I have 4 kids. I have a mortgage. I totally get it. And you know, like before I stopped, so it was March of this year, so March of 2015. So I've only been doing this full time as a full-time entrepreneur since March. So 9 months, which to me, I'm like, high five. Like that's amazing that I know, like all in. Yeah, it's been amazing. But it was really about not getting stuck in the how. How is this going to happen? What is my plan? It was really just trusting and following that calling, following that purpose, that, man, I know I have to do something with this, you know?
You had a big sign though. We were part of that. We were part of your sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was so awesome.
I had a lot of signs that were just saying like, you know, like it was time. I mean, for me, it was just, I couldn't do it anymore. I could not get up and go to work anymore. I was miserable. All I wanted to be doing was readings for clients and working with my clients. It just got to a place where I was just a miserable job. And I'd always loved what I did. Mm-hmm. You know, I was in the financial services industry for like 15 years. I mean, I did business development and sales coaching and training. And I mean, I had an amazing career to just walk a really nice direct deposit every 2 weeks to just walk away from. So I totally get it, Angela. Like, I totally get it. It's tough, but it has to be that calling becomes that craving, you know, that craving turned into just passion, and that passion just, man, it lit me up to a place that I knew I had to do that. That's all I wanted to do. So find that. When you find that, that is never going to steer you in the wrong direction. Too many people get stuck in the how instead of trusting. I'll tell you what, I totally trusted, had faith that the universe was going to provide, that I was going to get these, it was just going to unfold. And it has unfolded in ways that I had no idea. It's just been amazing. And it's just that faith, that unwavering faith and that trust and that belief.
Yeah.
And it's woo.
So yeah. So, okay. So Angela says not to get personal. So you don't have to answer if you don't want, but she says the boy stands out the most in your mind. Is he strongly gifted? Your son?
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. It was with him that, this gift came. So, I mean, some of the things, it's really funny. So one of the things that I feel in my body, like when usually past loved ones particularly are stepping forward, is I feel them in my heart right away. I get like heart palpitations, heart vibration. And so I can be sitting at home and I'll start feeling it. And before I even have a chance to tune into it, he'll be like, "Hi, how are you?" He's very tin and is the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah, I mean, he's, and you know, I think we keep it very open at my house. You know, my whole family knows what I do. I have 4 kids, so I have an 8-year-old. He knows I'm a medium, and he'll say things. He'll say cute stuff. He'll be like, who's going to win the game, Mom? I mean, you're psychic. You should know. You know what I mean? Like, he totally will.
Completely razzing
Or
you, huh?
the other night I was on my 17-year-old son who got in trouble for something, and he was like, you should have known. Mom would know, she's psychic. You know, I'm like, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah, you don't need the eyes on the back of your head, right? We
no,
just-
no. So that's really awesome.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I am so excited that you
Yeah,
came
this
to
was
join us
fun.
today. And again, you can go back to the Facebook page, Ask Amber more
Thanks,
questions
Angela.
today.
You were
Yeah.
like our rock star participant.
Yeah, we love you. So let us know what you have going on in January. We definitely want to help you launch whatever that is. So if we can help you put it out there, we're
Connect
we're
on
on it.
Facebook too. Like, seriously, love my Facebook connections too. So I'm getting ready to do more blabs. This was fun.
Yeah,
so.
this actually was fun. Maybe we'll do it monthly, maybe
Maybe.
or daily. We'll just hang out. All right, thank you. We will see you all on the Facebook page, and blessings and peace and abundance to all of you. Bye.
Bye-bye.